Can you tell us what power changes content we're taking out of update 4? Sure. Something because I don't think we're ever gonna do this. That's just why I'm gonna say this, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we should be saving this. But fuck it. Fire me now. I should give our CEO like a button that just like pull the plug on the stream. Just like completely kill it. So like at any point during the entire stream, our CEO like are watching and they're like seeing me like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't say this, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyways, so that they can just pull it. You know. So yeah. So one thing that we were thinking of adding in update 4, we kind of decided not to, is the ability. And we then felt like it didn't work out. So that's why we kind of scrapped it for update 4, and decided to just like go with the power changes that we have right now. All right. Purely from a cosmetic perspective, are the plans to add weather cycles? We want to, but I don't think it's it's possible. We want to, and it's possible, but I don't think it doesn't add anything to the game right now. Like initially we wanted to have like, what's going on? Why so much shit going on in chat? We initially wanted to do something with like, when you're like affecting the environment, that would show up as like weather effects and stuff like that. That would have like some kind of, at least, it wouldn't just be cosmetic in the game. But we felt like it's too much work. It doesn't really add too much to the game, so we decided not to do it for now. I'm actually gonna go back because I'm sorry I left you guys dangling there with the power changes. So one thing that I said this last stream as well. So one thing we initially thought that update 4 was gonna be was that update 4 was gonna be like a big power update, like change to power in general. Like the main focus of the update was gonna be about power changes with the game. And we had a bunch of ideas on what to do and what would be like technically easy to implement and, you know, what would make sense of the game. And when we started, I don't know how far we got with this, but we started testing some things. And we, what's the word here? As we were thinking more about this, we realized that it didn't really make the game better. Essentially. So some things that we were thinking of having is like, you know, power lines where power would like decrease over distance. So if you didn't want that, you'd have to set up like, you know, bigger power line towers to be able to like carry the capacity better. But I don't think we liked that eventually because it added complexity to the game where we felt like we didn't need complexity to the game. The same thing with like balancing, like load balancing with power grids and stuff like that. We didn't feel like it felt like it just made the game complex too soon, because power, similar with like pipes are introduced somewhat early in the game, and they change up the whole game. And we realized when we were looking at these power changes that same thing they're going to be introduced. Literally the first thing you do in the game is hooking up power. So they're going to be there from day one, and they're going to be complex immediately, kind of off the bat if we do changes like that. So we felt like, nah, it's adding unnecessary complexion to the game. We'd rather do complexity in the sense where you're given the toolbox and you're giving it in an environment where you can sort of figure it out, and we add complexity over time. That's kind of like the main design principles along a lot of the recipes and design chains. And that's sort of like what we felt with Tier 7, that it was just too complex too soon. We'd rather give you new recipes that are interesting and give you a sense of like the scale of what's to come, and then scale it up and up to in Tier 8, so to speak. So those are some of the power changes, I think. There are probably more that I'm not thinking about right now. But yeah, we just ended up not going with that approach of having a update 4 being a power update. And we shifted focus. Also, one of the reasons why we don't like roadmaps, because if we would set like update 4 power, and like you get power storages, not really an update to power, you know. We did make changes to power with the 100% and stuff like that. That was something that I think we planned for some time. Yeah, so those are some of the few things. Maybe someone will make a mod about this and prove us wrong. It's like, no, look, you can totally make it good. I would love to see that, honestly. I don't mind it. Yeah, like low power lines, capacitors and stuff like that. We were thinking of doing that, but we felt like it was overly complex, whereas like it's kind of enjoyable that the power system isn't too complex right now. Cool.